Welcome to the It Factor, where Jemmy and I exploring a new blog post by Mr. Len Kaplan, CEO of CDML and MSP in Queens, NY, offering network management, VoIP and UCAS, cybersecurity compliance, IaaS, cloud, and Microsoft 365 and Azure. If you're a small business owner or manage IT for a growing organization, this deep dive is for you. Stay tuned. Today, we're tackling a really crucial area. Making sure your Microsoft Office 365 accounts, where so much of your business lives, are locked down tight.
Exactly. Yeah, this piece from CDML, it's really spot on for anyone running or managing a small business. We're talking about protecting your core operations, your email, contacts, files, all that vital data sitting in Microsoft's cloud. And the blog post really emphasizes two key defenses against, well, unwanted access.
Right, and those are, well, the first is the classic advice, strong passwords, changed regularly.
Mhm.
And the second is that extra step, two-factor authentication or 2FA. Now, I gotta say, just as a user myself, the whole idea of constantly making up and remembering really complex passwords, ugh, it feels like a chore.
Oh, it absolutely can be a real headache, like you said. And that's really where secure password managers come into the picture. The blog post mentions them as a smarter way to handle that whole password challenge. Tools like LastPass or 1Password.
Right, I actually use LastPass myself.
Yeah.
It's like having a digital vault for all those logins, secured by just one master password you have to remember. But what's really interesting is this concept. They mention a zero-knowledge policy. What's that about?
Yeah, that's a key feature. The zero knowledge part, it basically means that the company providing the password manager, even they can't decrypt or see the passwords you store.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So even if, and it's unlikely, but even if their systems were somehow breached, your individual passwords should still be safe. Unreadable.
That's reassuring.
Definitely. And, these tools also make logging into websites of apps much smoother. They usually have browser add-ins or little helper apps that fill things in for you.
Okay, so that covers the password side. Let's switch over to the other recommendation, two-factor authentication. For anyone maybe not totally clear on it, what's the basic idea behind 2FA?
So at its core, 2FA is all about adding a second layer of proof when you log in. You put in your username and password, like always, but then the system asks for something else, another piece of evidence that proves it's really you, and usually that involves something you physically have, most often your smartphone.
Okay, yeah. And the blog post mentions what? Getting a code sent by text message.
Yeah.
Or using one of those authenticator apps.
Exactly, those. Those are the most common methods. Sometimes you might see voice authentication too, but SMS codes and authenticator apps are, well, pretty standard.
Right.
And the crucial thing here is the security boost.
Yeah.
Because even if a criminal somehow gets your password, maybe through a phishing scam or something, they still need to get their hands on your phone to intercept that second code. It makes their job way, way harder.
Which is a huge barrier for them. Now, I can almost hear some listeners thinking, oh, another step. It's a bit annoying entering a code every time.
Yeah, there is that small bit of friction sometimes.
But like the CDML post points out, you really have to weigh that tiny inconvenience against, well, the absolute disaster of having your business data compromised. Think about client info, financial records.
Absolutely. The consequences can be severe. And that really brings us to CDML's main recommendation here. They strongly suggest configuring Office 365 accounts so that they require 2FA for login.
It makes sense, especially for small businesses, right?
Yeah.
We rely so heavily on these platforms. Email, contacts, OneDrive, or SharePoint for files.
Yeah.
It's central.
It really is. And think about the increase in remote work lately. That just opens up more potential weak spots if security isn't tight.
Good point. The blog post even touched on, didn't it mention the rise in cybercrime during the pandemic?
It did, yeah, briefly. Hackers definitely saw an opportunity when everyone shifted to remote setups. Getting into an Office 365 account gives them, well, a potential goldmine of information.
Scary stuff.
It is. And CDML also makes a point of saying, as a managed service provider, they help clients set this stuff up, securing servers, enabling 2FA, even remotely. They position themselves as a resource.
Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive on this CDML blog post, the main message seems pretty clear. You need strong security for Office 365. Whether that's through, like, super strong passwords stored in a manager,
That's one option.
or even better, by turning on and requiring two-factor authentication. Both make a significant difference.
A really significant difference. Which kind of leads to a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Just, take a moment. Think about your own Office 365 setup right now. Which of these measures do you actually have in place?
That's the key question, isn't it? Are the potential risks of not having that security worth avoiding the, frankly, pretty minor hassle of setting it up. And if you're unsure or need a hand, remember there are experts out there like CDML who can help guide you through it. Something to definitely consider.